Hello, welcome back again to the part two of the foundation training. So in today's video, I'll just show you how to use the Binance app. First of all, you need to open the app. I assume that you have created an account with Binance and they have verified your account. Okay, so click on the Binance app. Now, I've hidden my portfolio. That's why you're seeing this hidden. You can't see any amounts in my account at the moment, but when you log into your account, you'll be able to see how much you have. Okay, so the first page, it will ask you whether you want to, it will ask you whether you a pro trader or a beginner. Just say I'm a pro trader, and then you will get to this page where I am now. Okay, so when you get to this page, okay, so once you get to this page, you will see that it is looking, this is a simple version of Binance. So you tap on the markets. Okay, then you tap on the yellow box and in front here on the upper left corner. You tap on this yellow box, so you will be able to see Binance Pro on at the bottom part. Okay, so you tap on Binance Pro and that takes you to the advanced version of the app. So if you now want to deposit funds into your Binance, you just tap on deposit. Okay, now the coin that you're going to deposit is normally USDT. So in this search bar, you type inside this USDT. Okay, so you type USDT. Then when it asks you for the network, there are different networks that you can use, but the best one is to use this TRC20 or you use PEP20. Okay, TRC20 will charge you $1, but I think that's the best for me. So I'll just select TRC20 as my network. Then the person that wants to send you the money will ask you what's the deposit address and what is the network. So I'll tap here to copy my deposit address. So I've copied it now. And then I also tap, and then I know that it is TRC20. So this is what I will give to the person that will be sending me the funds into my account. All right. Okay. So next thing is, so how do you now trade when you have funds? So let's say the person has deposited the money into your account, and then I tell you to buy MKR, for example. So if you want to buy MKR, just type in the search bar, search for MKR. Okay, so you see MKR here, tap on it. Okay, then these are the different time frames. So you have 15 minutes, you have 1 hour, you have 4 hour, we have the daily time frame. Okay, and then if you click on more, you have other time frames like 12 hours, 3D time frame. You have the weekly time frame, then you also have the monthly time frame. So these are all different time frames that one can have in the market. Okay, so if I say buy, you just click on buy here, then tap on this limit, change it to market. Okay, then just tap outside. So it's asking how much do you want to buy. In this USDT, in this box here, we have two options, either MKR or USDT. So always select USDT. So if you want to buy this, I want to buy 1 USDT now, then I'll type in 1, or if I want to buy 100 USDT, I'll type 100 and then I'll click on buy. So let's say I'm buying 1 USDT. So I will click on buy. You see that? Okay. So it will ask me, that's the minimum order is 5 USDT. All right. So that's how to buy. Now, when I say sell all your coins, click on sell here. Then change this MKR here to USDT. Always use USDT. So let's say you want to sell half of it. That would be like 50%. $50, or you can drag this slider here to tell you how much do you want to sell. Do you want to sell how much of MKR do you want to sell? To ask you. So me, I have an order here and on MKR already. So let me just cancel it for the sake of illustration. So now if I want to sell my MKR, you can see the percentage. Do I want to sell 25% or 50% or everything? Okay, so you will now say, all right, so right now, like I have 250 in order, but I'm not selling now. So that's how to sell. Now, how do you set, assuming that you want to set a particular take profit level, how do you set it? So let's say for this MKR now, let me open the chart. Let me show you what is take profit. So this is MKR USDT. So now let's say I know that this price is going to touch here. So you can see I'm holding my arrow and I want to sell around here. So this is 1.774. So that's where I want to sell. So, but the price has not reached there. So I'm going to click on sell. Then this market, I will change it to limit. And then I will type, I want to sell at 1774. Okay. So that's where I want to sell. So the price has not reached there yet. Okay. So I want to sell everything at 1774. I'll drag my slider to 100%, and then I'll click on sell. So this is how to set your sell limit, where you want to sell everything that you have. Okay. Then so you can see now that if I tap on these three dots here, and then I click on open orders, and then tap outside, so you see that it is showing me that I have put my take profit at 1774. Do you understand? So that's how I set my take profit. Now, if I want to set my stop loss, in Binance, I think you can only set one at a time. You can't set two. So now, let's say I want to set my stop loss. I don't care about my take profits. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll just cancel the order that I have already. So tap on open order. So I want to say just cancel all. And then, so let me set my stop loss because I want to protect my fund. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the MKR chart again. MKR chart. Okay, now what I want to do is that if price drops, this is where the price is now. If it drops to 16%, 1157, I want to exit the market. I don't want my stop loss to be hit. So the maximum amount I can lose is 15%. So and I know the price here is 1165. So I'm going to say sell again. I want to use sell. Remember that I bought, so I want to use sell, and I want to type 11165. So if the price touches that place, I want you to sell everything. Sell everything. So in that case, I will be losing money, right? Yeah. So once I click on it, and then I will say, okay. Once the price touches here, yeah, I now say sell. Okay. So it's asking me your sell price. So this is the price where I want to sell. Okay, so I'll just click on continue. So it's telling me order created. So I'm going to now go to MKR. Okay, and then I'll tap here. I'll say show open orders. Okay, and then you see that I've set my sell limits. Okay, all right, so now I want to just buy MKR again. I think my buy limit didn't work, so it's still going up. So let me buy this MKR now. Just buy 200, buy 200 of it, and it's at a market price. Just buy 200 of it, and that's it. Then click on buy. So I've bought MKR now. Then I'll go back to the to check whether my order is open now. MKR. Okay, yeah, my order is open. I'll say look at show me the open orders within the last 30 days. So you can see this is the price I entered. So I just entered now again. Okay, I think I'm going to make this 250. Hopefully this should be able to carry it. My trades, make it 250. Yeah, so I've bought now. Okay, so now I want to put my take profits. I want to put my take profit level, and my take profit level should be just 28%, which is 17. I'll just use 1780 as my take profit. So I'll click on sell, put sell limits 1780 as my sell limit. So that's the price where I want to sell everything. Click on sell. So you see here, you see the limit sell here. So that's how I set my take profits. Okay, and then you can also use stop market to set your take profit. So if I use stop market to set your take profit, here this is where you put in the same price, still the same thing. You can use the stop market to set both take profit or the stop loss. So I'll say enter 1780 here, and I'll say buy, and then I'll sell. That will set my take profits. Okay, so now we want to discuss what we call leverage trading. So let's say, for example, now I already have $249 or $250 in this trade now. You can see my MKR is the value. The value I have now is 249. Okay, so now I want to borrow money from Binance. So this is called leverage trading, but then I want to be very careful. I don't want to over borrow, so that in case the market goes against me, I'll be able to endure the loss. So now for me to borrow MKR to add to my trade, now I'm going to say transfer. Okay, so you have the spot wallet. So normally by default all your money is in the spot wallet. So now I want to transfer from my spot wallet. I'll tap on this one and select isolated margin, and then this is MKR. I'll search for MKR. Okay, so it now ask me how much do I want to borrow. So my account is remaining 529. So let's say I want to just trade with only $100. Okay, I want to trade with only $100, or let me say I want to just let me use a small money. I want to trade with $5 on top. So I'm borrowing $5 based on my account. Okay, let me repeat. So first thing is you enter how much do you want to trade with. So let's say if I want to trade with, let me just put $100. I want to trade with $100, or let me say I want to trade with $20 only. Then I'll click on confirm transfer. So what it means is that I have transferred $20 into my isolated margin. Ignore this minus 20. Just telling you that you have transferred money into this isolated margin. So isolated margin, it means that you are, if at worst comes to worst, you lose 20 to $20. But if you're using this cross margin means that you're exposing all the money in your account. So if you have one trade, that one trade can eat all the money in your account. If you have 10 trades, all those 10 trades can eat all the money in your account. Okay. So I'm using only isolated margin. That means I'm risking only $20 for this particular trade. So that's the first step. So the first step is to transfer money into your isolated margin. Then the next thing is to now click on trade, and then you see that spot is highlighted. So we're no longer trading on spot now, we're trading on margin. So I'll tap on margin, then change this limit to market. So then change this cross here to isolated. Okay, so cross is dangerous because it exposes all your accounts, but you're dealing with isolated. So you select isolated, then tap on this BTC arrow and then search for MKR. So MKR. So you can see. So now it says, so this MKR, the maximum you can have is times 5 of the margin. So margin is how much money you are putting in, and then the maximum here is how much Binance is going to lend you. You can see 5x here. So that means that the maximum that they can lend you is 5x, which is 20 times 5, that's 100. Now, if you want to increase this margin, then it is dangerous. Okay, so okay, here you can't even increase it more than 5. So the maximum that Binance can give is 5x, which is $100. That means that you are depositing $20, but then you are getting access to $100 maximum. But remember, even if you're borrowing it, if you lose money, you're going to pay back. Okay, so there's no. So now I know I put in $20, right? So now let's say I want to just, because I don't want to expose my money too much. What I have is only $20. So if I want to borrow, if I want to have a low risk, that means that if I'm wise, I will not borrow more than $20. Okay, so let me say I want to trade with $40. Okay, remember, so you can see it's saying here that I'm borrowing $20. So let's say I want to trade with $60. So it's saying that, you see, I borrowed 60, it's remaining 40. So I would want to take a low risk. Okay, so let me just say $30, just $10 on top, so that I can have, enough leverage, enough space, my trade to breathe, so that the market will not hit me anyhow. So I have $20 and I'm borrowing, and I'm trading with $30. That means I'm borrowing extra $10. Or let's say I have $20, but then I'm borrowing extra $20. That would be like 40. So let's borrow 40. So you can see everything is 40. That's the amount I'm trading with. So that means that Binance is loaning me $20 that I will repay after. So I can now click on what? Buy. So you can see I've bought, this is margin. So I bought with borrowed money. So you can see this is margin here. So under this position, you see that I have margin buy, Okay, so my portfolio, I have $20. I have $40. So that's what you're seeing. MKR balance is 39.9. All right. So another thing you need to check is if you tap on this arrow here, just tap on your trade, you will see this thing called liquidation price. It is very important that your eyes should be on your liquidation price. So if you are borrowing money, the more money you borrow that is so much bigger than your initial capital, the less your liquidation price. So my liquidation price is 797. Okay, so let's go to our chart, MKR. So what is 797? That means if market drops to, so so the market will need to drop very well before my account will be closed. The market will need to drop very well before my account will be closed, before I'll lose my money, before Binance will close my money, we close everything. So you can see that lowest price is still 1,000 or something. So I have enough space for my account, not for my trades to breathe. So even if this market drops down to this 1,127, Binance will not close it for me because I have enough space. Okay. So now, but let's say I go back to my margin and then I say I want to borrow more money. Now watch what will happen. So let's say I want to borrow, see, remember I've already borrowed like 20. So now let's say I'm foolish, then I want to just borrow the whole, let's say I want to borrow extra 50. Remember I have only 20 and I'm borrowing extra 50. So 50 plus 20 is how many? 50 plus 20 is 70. So I'm using $20, but then I'm trading with $70. So let's say now, and then also watch that now my margin level is 2. So and the minimum margin level for you to trade that is advisable is in Binance is 2. It should not be less than 2. Whenever it's less than 2, your account, you are at risk of liquidation. So if I go and increase my use, remember I have only 50, so I have only 20, and I'm borrowing all this money. So let's say I borrow like 20 again, and I buy. Watch what will happen. Remember, I have only, see, so you can see. So I have borrowed like 70 now. Can you see that my margin level has decreased? So, and when my margin level decrease below 2, and then my liquidation price will increase 1,064. So that means that I don't have breathing space. So if the market by mistake dips to 1,064, Binance will close all my accounts. So where is 1,064 here? 1,064 is somewhere here. Okay. So if the market drops any spike to that level, I'll lose money. They'll close my account. I have to pay back. You see that? So in order to, if I want to now make my liquidation price, if I am not seeing that I have low margin, I have very low margin. So what do I do to increase my margin? Remember, I have very low margin here, 1.5 is too low. So what I can do is to send more money into this isolated margin so that it will help me to increase my price. It will help me to widen my liquidation price. So I'm going to just say transfer. So how much I want to transfer? So let's say I just transfer extra just $50, and say, and remember I'm transferring funds from my spot wallet, which is the main wallet, to what my isolated margin. So under this isolated margin, remember I've selected MKR already. Just type MKR. So I've already selected already for now, MKR USDT, and then so I want to now add $50 into it. So now I've added more money. So watch my liquidation price. So you can see that my managing level has come again above 2.75, and that's where I want it to be. Okay, so if I open this trade now, you see that my liquidation price has already my liquidation price has gone far away again. So let me show you my liquidation price. So go to trade. Okay, so now, okay, so it's still trying to update. It has not yet updated, but very soon it will update. Okay, so my liquidation price should expand now, but the good thing is your margin level is above 2.75. All right, so now another thing about Binance is that you can only sell in margin accounts. You cannot sell in spot. So spot is only for buying. Okay, so you can only sell in under margin account. So all these things here, the normal things is just what these are the normal things, which is buy. So trade, buy. So all you're buying here is on spot. But whenever you want to sell, you must use the margin account. So if I say sell a coin, you tap on margin account. And remember, before you tap on margin account, you come here, come to assets, and then transfer money. So transfer. Let's say if I say sell RSR or sell Bitcoin, you go to transfer. Then your spot wallet, you come here, tap here, select BTC. Okay, so it will tell you your BTC is not activated. So because I have not activated it, I have not yet activated it. So I want to just click on go to setting and then search for BTC, and then I'll activate it. I'll say reactivate. Okay, so once it's already activated, I can now use it. So if I say sell Bitcoin and I have $459 in my account, so I'll just tap on USDT. So let's say I want to just sell only 50. I'll tap on 50 here, then confirm transfer of 50 to my Bitcoin first. So you need to transfer the money first, then Bitcoin will now appear here. You now tap here and then say trade, and then click on sell. Make sure that this is isolated, and then change this to USDT so that you know how much you're selling. Enter 50 USDT and then click on sell. That's how to sell Bitcoin. Okay, or how to sell any currency. So that is all about buying and selling with Binance. So Binance is a very, very big and reliable exchange. Okay, and that is why I'm using them. So at least I trust them. All right. Okay, so I think I'm done. So once you are done, remember that your spot wallet and your asset margin are different accounts altogether. So I want to transfer back my BTC and $50. I'll tap on this arrow to reverse this setting here. Now this arrow here. Whenever I tap it, it will reverse the setting. So I want to transfer my BTC back to my spot wallet. I have $50. Tap on my distance. Click on max, and then send it back to my BTC as to my spot account. Okay, so that is it for our teaching today. Okay, so I'm going to just close back this trade. I don't need it at the moment. I'm going to just close back this trade here. Okay, so close position. I don't need it at the moment. Just close back my margin buy. Okay, so I've closed it, then transfer back the money to where it came from my isolated margin. Transfer back my USDT to MKR. Transfer it back. So you can see now there's no money again remaining in my accounts. Okay, so you can see once you have closed the trade, this thing will gray up, to become gray in color. See this is now gray in color. Assuming it was buy, it will be blue in color. If it was sell, it will be red in color. Then if it is no longer active, it will become gray in color. All right, so that is it. So thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and I will see you in another video. God bless you.